Hello everyone. Hope everyone is doing good. Today we will be looking at a different series, which is Oracle Data Guard 12C R2. Okay, so let's get started. So what will be the course goal? So we will be going through this course and we will be understanding about the administration skills of Oracle Data Guard. We will be looking at installation, configuring, and as well as managing the data guard environment. After completion of this course, you guys will have a complete understanding of how data guard work, how to install it at your home as well as in the work environment as well. And whoever is actually appearing for interview, you guys will have very comfortable skills and very good skills to crack the interview if it is pertaining to data guard. Okay, what are the prerequisites before anybody is taking this course? Whoever is taking this course will should have or must have an Oracle database administration basic skills, should have basic skills on Linux operating system as well. They shouldn't have a detailed or administration skills of Linux operating system, but uh, basic skills is must. Okay, what skills you will be learning in this course? So we will be going through the different topics as you can see on the screen. We will be installing the data guard environment. We will be managing and monitoring the physical logical standby database. Next, we will be configuring the data guard broker. Very important topic, data guard broker. So we will be configuring that and we will be going into details of data guard broker as well as the complete architecture of data guard broker. We will be performing the role transition, either it is switchover or failover. We will be understanding what is the difference between switchover and failover. Okay, we will be looking and configuring into the fast start failover, very important topic as well. Next, we will be enabling the Oracle Active Data Guard, which is a licensed product, again, which is a very costly product in Oracle itself. Active Data Guard will let you read through standby database, kind of it is used for the reporting purposes. We will be going in depth of what is Active Data Guard and how to configure that. We will be looking into the snapshot standby databases and we will be seeing how it's created. We will be looking into the client side failover as well. As soon as we see that switchover happens or failover happens someday. Okay, so how the clients are failed over to or switched over to the standby database, we will be seeing that. Now, besides the data guard installation and configuration skills, one must have RMAN skills as well. How RMAN is used in data guard environment is very important and very important topic in an interview as well. So you should have a good understanding of how RMAN works and how we can offload the backup strategy to the standby database. Next, we will be looking at how rolling upgrades work in data guard environment using DBMS rolling package. Okay, now what are the practice environment requirements? Whatever practice requirements I have mentioned here, it is not must. You can be below or around it. Okay, so whatever I am using, I am actually mentioning it here. I'm using 16 gig of memory. I have more than that, but I'm using 16 gig of memory or around that. Okay, so one particular virtual machine will have 8 gig of memory, so that's how it is 16 GB. I'm using 500 gig of free hard disk. Okay, I have a core CPU Intel i7 processor, so that's what I'm using. It is recommended as well because during the switchover failover and performing the role transition as well as different activities in standby database, it's better that you have a good CPU. If it is i5, it is also okay because this is not the production environment, so it's fine. Virtualization, I'm using VMware and that is what I'm recommending if you want to follow along. Otherwise, anybody who don't have VMware can go for VirtualBox as well, but I don't have video for how to create common disks for ASM, you guys can go to YouTube and find that video. I'll try to make a video on how to create a common disk in VirtualBox, but it's not decided yet that when I'm going to make it, but you guys have means to find that out. Otherwise you can also use the VMware trial version. Okay, let's move forward. I'm using 12CR2 database software, and I will be downloading database software as well as great software for ASM. Next, I have already downloaded Oracle Linux 7.7 64-bit. For client side connectivity, I am using MobaXterm because it is a tabbed software. It is the software which I like to use. You can also use Putty. Putty is very popular software, but I don't like its what do you call that, its interface. Okay, it's kind of annoying. If you open multiple screens, you have to tab between different screens. MobaXterm give you tabular type of format where it is easy to navigate to different screens, okay, and format it properly accordingly. Okay, it's faster to configure. WinSCP is a free software as well, and everybody must be knowing, whoever have installed Oracle database or RAC in their lifetime. So WinSCP is used to transfer the binaries from the Windows to the Linux environment. Finally, we will be going through the course curriculum overview. Okay, what we are doing, and we will look into the introduction of Oracle Data Guard. Okay, we will go through all the parameters and everything whatever Oracle Data Guard supports. Now after that, we will be implementing Oracle Data Guard. Okay, we will be installing that using SQL Plus. We will be looking into how to configure the Data Guard broker. Very important utility and very important topic in interview as well. We will be configuring the physical and logical standby databases. Okay, very important topic as well. We will be performing the role transition. We will see how everything goes. Okay, we will configure Active Data Guard, very important topic. Snapshot standby we are going to configure, and finally we will be managing the client side connectivity, which is switching over, failing over, how applications are switched over or failed over to the standby database. Okay, or vice versa. So hope you guys will be enjoying this course. This course will contain 5 to 6 videos to complete it. It will take a week to complete this complete curriculum of Data Guard. Please go through the complete video set and make sure to understand it properly, because Data Guard is a very important topic in an interview. Okay, if you are either a basic level or a mature level DBA, or as well as intermediate level DBA or advanced level DBA, you guys must have a complete understanding of how Data Guard works in and out, how everything is configured. Okay, so make sure you have a proper understanding, and I request everyone to please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you guys get my latest videos. Thank you very much for watching. Please wait for my next video, and we will be installing everything from down up. Okay, which will be from basic to advanced. Okay, thank you very much.